welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a game played between Vishy Anand and Hikaru Nakamura. This game was played in the 11th Tal Memorial in 2018, in the 3rd of March. So, none of you have ever asked me why so many Anand games. I'm just going to tell you the answer now. I'm an Anand fan. So, without any further ado, here's the game. Starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and white castles. This is the Giuoco piano game. Knight to f6, d3, d6, c3, a6, all standard development moves. And then we see a4, preventing this pawn from coming here and attacking the bishop. Then we have castles by black and h3, preventing this bishop from coming over here and pinning the knight to the queen. And bishop to a7, and then we have knight b to d2, developing the knight. Then we see h6, once again defending this square. Then we have rook to e1 and knight to e7. Then bishop to b3, getting the bishop to a safer square, and knight to g6. Then we have d4, offering to exchange pawns. d4 could not be played if the knight wasn't over here, because here if d4 is played, then what we'll get is this: pawn captures, knight captures. Even if you don't get knight captures, even if pawn captures, you simply lose this pawn over here. And black is up a pawn now. Sorry, white is up a pawn now. No, black is up a pawn, sorry. Okay, so going back, that is why this knight d to b2, knight b to d2 move is important. Then we have rook to e1, adding another defender. Knight to e7, bishop to b3, knight to g6. Getting the knight to an active square, which targets even this square and also this square. So then we have d4, striking in the center, offering to exchange. Rook to e2 and bishop to c2. Then we have bishop to d7, knight to f1 and c5, offering to exchange pawns away from the center. Anand accepts. We have pawn captures on c5 and pawn captures on c5. And then we have knight to e3. Then pawn to b5, another exchange, and then we see c4 now. Then we have bishop to c6, pawn captures on b5 with an attack on the bishop, but this is no problem because the bishop can simply capture. And queen captures on d8, exchanging queens. And then we have knight to d5, offering to exchange knights, and Nakamura accepts. And here you may be thinking, why not rook captures on d5? Well, this simply wins white a lot of material, like this. This pins both the rooks. So let's just say he plays something like this, and you lose this rook. So you will be getting the bishop in exchange, but you still lose a rook. So going back, that is why it is in this position that c4 was played. Bishop to d2, bishop to d4, and here he's offering to exchange a knight for a bishop, and also attacking this pawn over here. And another also offering to exchange rooks like this. So a lot of exchanges. So the rook comes first, then bishop captures knight, another exchange, and another offering an exchange again. This time I took the pawn, Anand took the pawn, bishop captures and rook captures. This game was actually known better for its end game than the middle game. And then we have rook to e8, and offering another exchange. We have f4, just delaying the exchange, g5, and now he goes for the exchange. And then we have f captures on g5, h captures on g5, and then g4. Now white has more pawns in this endgame. It's a different colored bishop endgame, so it should be interesting. We have king to f7, getting the king more active, to a more active square, and king to f2, the same thing. Bishop to a4, trying to target some of these light square pawns which are on light squares. Then we have king to e3. Notice how the king is being kept on dark squares alone. This is to avoid getting checks from this light square bishop. Bishop to d1. Then we have king to d4. Bishop to f3. Preparing to capture this pawn like this. King captures there. Then we have king to e7. This was allowing the bishop to capture the pawn on g7, so why not? Then as planned, bishop to g2, h4, pawn captures on h4, and bishop back to e5. And then we see bishop to f3, attacking this pawn. Then we see g5, just getting the pawn to c4 square, where it's not attacked by the bishop. And then king to f7. The king obviously can't defend both of these pawns as they go marching towards the 8th rank. Then we have b4. Now a third pawn joins the game. Now this will also try to march its way to the top. Then we have king to g6, trying to go solve things one by one. But then we get d6 and there's no defense against this queen. This is a light square bishop, so it cannot defend. And by the time the king comes closer, it would just be too late. Then this pawn will march its way. So it'll just be too late. So, for example, and that is the reason it was at this position that Hikaru Nakamura resigned the game. So here the game could have continued like this. After d6, bishop to g4, then b5, check, king to c5, king to f5, attacking the bishop. But that bishop really doesn't matter now, because this pawn, there's no defense against this pawn queening. Whatever you do, you can even try to capture this pawn, but you will get a queen like this. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I will be seeing you in the next video. And also before that, try solving the puzzle which I give you at the end. So that's all for this video, guys. See you on the next one. Bye.